Executive Director of Minuteman Disaster Response, Matt Payne, joins us now. Matt, first of all, thank you for your hard work. You guys were critical in the recovery for Hurricane Harvey, also Hurricane Laura. Talk a little bit about your mission this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on. Yesterday, about 3 o'clock, we activated our operations center and staffed it up. And then shortly after that, sent out a rapid response unit to begin to track the storms. They ultimately ended up in Jacksboro, where the tornado had set down and done quite a bit of damage. So our team worked late into the night till about 12:30 this morning, doing a lot of aerial damage assessments and mapping that out for the emergency manager. And they're back there today, continuing that effort.
And Matt, you just said it. I mean, you're working long hours. These are volunteers. They worked late last night. They're up early this morning. How do you guys deal with fatigue? How are you supporting your team to really make it sustainable?
Sure. Well, we spend a lot of time in the blue sky days really preparing our team and making sure that they're ready to go. There used to be a really defined spring storm season, and that's not so much the case anymore, as we saw from Mayfield back in December. But our team is always resting so they can be ready when that call comes in like it did last night.
And Matt, looking towards what we're expecting to unfold later today, we're just getting into the daytime heating hours of the day, and we could really see a repeat of what we saw in Texas throughout Mississippi as we go into the afternoon and the evening. What are some of the things that your team is looking towards? Are you pre-deploying some units in some of these areas?
Sure. We're currently continuing to put our focus on Jacksboro. We have a lot of work that needs to be done there. Not just today, but even in the days and weeks to come with the cleanup efforts that we'll be assisting with. But in addition to that, our operations center continues to be active today, staffed with volunteers who are monitoring the radar and watching the situation in Louisiana and as it moves into Mississippi and potentially Alabama.
And you were just talking about how this is a large commitment. You guys are planning to stay there in Jacksboro. Talk about what happens after today. Today is just day one. How are you going to support that community as they continue on to day two? And most importantly, 6 months from now, when some folks have moved on, but their community is still hurting?
Sure. Well, thanks to the donors that we have, we've been able to acquire a lot of great equipment to be able to support our operations and train up our volunteers. We have about 230 volunteers that are able to serve with us. And so for us, we go in and really just submit our resources and our volunteers to the emergency management there and see how we can partner with them to meet their objectives. So we're really going to work under their direction in what it is they want to accomplish in their community. Right now, that's work with aerial damage assessments, but I imagine we're going to be moving into chainsaw operations, heavy equipment operations as the days come. But ultimately, we're there to work under the advisement and leadership of the emergency management and have them show us what it is that they want to accomplish.
Well, Matt Payne, Director of Minuteman Disaster Response, we appreciate your dedication to your team and what you're doing for our communities. We'll check in with you soon.
Thank you.